Hey everybody, so I'm gonna come with part two. All right, so it's gonna be on the same video, talking about the male loneliness epidemic in America, or pretty much around the world. But it's I'm gonna be talking about this comment right here, right? Um, this guy on, I believe it's Twitter, either Twitter or Instagram, one of those social media uh, profiles. But look, I mean, just look at this. Okay, so this guy, he says men are socialized to believe strength, dominance, and stoicism are the behaviors of a real man. Is it any surprise that men are lonely and have less friends nowadays? You you have to you have to be vulnerable to make friends. Don't tell me there aren't systemic problems affecting men. Okay, so this guy right here, I mean, he's clearly he clearly has been raised by a single mother, a single parent mother, right? Clearly, and if he did have a father in his home while growing up, his daddy, his daddy was pretty much, kissing his mama's butt, right? Pretty much what they would call simping, right? Simping for that. He was simping, okay? His dad, either his dad was a simp or he didn't grow up with a dad in the home, okay? Because for a man to speak like this, right? This dude said men are socialized to believe strength, dominance, and stoicism are the behaviors of a real man. Pretty much, he's basically saying it's a joke. Is it any surprise that men are lonely and have less friends nowadays? First of all, let's get this straight, all right? Number one, dude, whoever you are and whoever's listening, as a man, you're not supposed to rely on friends. You're supposed to rely on yourself first. First and foremost. First and foremost, you're supposed to always rely on yourself. As a grown man, you're always supposed to rely on yourself. Friends don't have nothing to do with it. Friends come, that's an option. Friends is an option, okay? It's something that it's almost like a luxury, or something that's, you know, it's beneficial to have friends, yeah, but uh it's not a primary, like, necessary requirement for a man to live and survive and thrive as a man in society. Friends have nothing to do with that. So either way, you have to be dominant. You have to be strong. You have to be a dominant male. You have to be stoic in some type of way. You don't have to be, extremely however you see it, right? But just be yourself. But you still have to be strong, and you still have to be dominant in some type of way. Either way, you still got to be a man, right? So friends have nothing to do with it. If you have friends or no friends, you still got to be strong, and you still got to be dominant however you can be dominant, right? That's just what it is as a man. There's no room for being, what he say? He said being vulnerable to, he said you have to be vulnerable to make friends. You don't have to be vulnerable to make friends. What kind of friends are you trying to get? You I mean, to me that sounds like you're trying to meet some weak friends. Some vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? Some vulnerable, weak friends, docile friends. That's what that sounds like. That doesn't sound like a strong group of people that you're trying to be around. Okay? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. You don't have to be a vulnerable person to be friendly. That it literally makes no sense. This is how you know this guy was raised by his mother, and he didn't have a father in the home, or his father was weak. Right? Because you do got those types of fathers out there where they're weak, right? And they bow down to their woman. They let the woman do everything. They let the woman raise the children, and they have no input in the home at all. The woman took his balls, and now she's the man of the household. This is what we have in America. This is what I'm talking about. Men being weak. This is the problem. That's the problem. If we didn't have weak men, women would not be running any damn thing. But because we got weak ass men in America, you got women running over weak men. That's what it is. You see that? If men were strong, look at this dude. Look at this dude's comment one more time. He said men are socialized to believe strength, dominance, and stoicism are the behaviors of a real man. He doesn't believe that being a real man is a good thing. In essence, a real man is a man, right? It's not being a real man. A man should be a man. That's what it really boils down to. Not a real man. The essence of a man is dominant, is strength, is strong mentally, physically, and spiritually. And stoicism is the nature of a man. That's the natural essence of being a man. So what he's saying is that being who you naturally are, that's not what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be vulnerable like a woman. That's what he said. Essentially, that's what this dude is saying. That's my point exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And these are the type of guys that are out here opening up businesses, right? And they're managers of these positions, and they're calling themselves CEOs and leaders and bosses and stuff like that, when they can't even run them. They can't even run themselves. They don't even know what a man is. They don't even know how to be a man. This is the type of stuff that we're dealing with. And then they hire real men. They're threatened by real men. And then they fire real men. And then they hire women. And then they hire women. And now they got women doing what men should be doing in that position of that business. And then their business collapses. Congratulations. This is what you get for being a weak. I ain't even gonna say it. This is what you get for being weak. This is what men get for being weak. This is what it is. This is what it boils down to. Weak ass men. I'm gonna say it. That's what it is. Men being weak. You can't blame women. You can't blame children. You can only blame yourself. You being a weak ass man. That's why society falls. That's why society is failing. Because you got weak men promoting weak ass behavior to other males. Telling them they need to be vulnerable. No, your bitch ass need to be vulnerable. Right? And you need to get off the stage. Whatever you got going, you need to get off the stage, and you need to let real men be the CEOs, the bosses, and the leaders of these places. So real shit could happen and take place. This weak ass comment right here. No, that's not what it is. That's why you got this. That's why you got these two, or you got this girl right here making this video talking about the male loneliness epidemic. This is why you got so many lonely ass, hopeless men out here. Because they're listening to dudes like this. This is what I'm talking about. And then when dudes like myself come on YouTube, they boot me off. They they don't want to hear my message. But that's what's absolutely needed. My message, right? But yeah, they hear this message and then they get led astray, right? And then they wonder why their businesses collapse. They wonder why women are running, literally walking all over their ass, running circles around their weak ass, right? That's why. Because you let this dude right here talk you into your absolute downfall. Seriously, this is pathetic. And this is what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys, you don't got common sense. You need common sense. You need to think. You need to listen to what whoever you're listening to, listen to what they're saying. Think it through. Does it make sense or does it not make sense? Decipher what people tell you. Don't just say, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's right, that's right." No. Are they actually telling you something that's valid and that's beneficial, or is it garbage? You know, and you need to be real. You need to be honest with telling people, okay, that you're full of crap. You don't make sense and you sound weak. It's simple, right? So I just wanted to make this video based on this dude's comment right here. I mean, this is the reason. This is the absolute reason why men are failing. Dudes like this, getting positions of power, social media holding people like this up on high pedestals. Guys, they fall for it and they fail. Boom. That's what happens when you want to be a beta male. That's what happens when you want to be a weak person, a weak man, a weak male. That's what happens. You get nowhere, right? And then everybody looks at you like a joke. There it is. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I hope you like it. All right, bye.